Imagine the heartbreak of not being able to visit a friend, perform at a gig, or attend an important meeting. Picture an artist ready to share their work with the world, only to be held back by a rejected visa. This is the reality for many creatives from the African continent.
Hi, my name is Efia Sewa.
What up? My name is B. Frankie.
Yo, I'm Dopo.
I'm a visual artist, culture producer, and curator based in Kumasi, Ghana.
I'm a DJ in Accra, resident DJ of Oroko Radio, part of African Party, which is a collective.
I art direct, I curate events, and I also creative lead a project called Project Kumasi, where we empower and highlight all the various creative and attractive spaces in Kumasi and the broader Ashanti region.
For me, I have struggled with getting visas rejected. I have struggled with not being able to even provide enough evidence for the visas, specifically things like if the institutions I'm working with, if they're late on providing support letters, accommodation letters, because a lot of them don't actually want to book these hotels, these flight tickets until you actually have the visa. But it's like you need the accommodation letter, you need the flight tickets, the flight reservation to prove that you're going to come, do whatever you're supposed to do and come back. So it becomes this very, I don't know how to describe this backwards process where you are rushing the institutions you're working with, you're rushing yourself.
Well, I'd say Visa Inequality has affected me. I'd say it has because I applied to go study in Europe and also DJ on the side, but that didn't happen mainly because I'm coming from a gig era where, unlike a 9 to 5, you get paid to have the right documentation to show proof of funds. Normally my proof of funds come through gigs, and that was a challenge. It's affected me because I couldn't go out there and develop myself.
Yeah, visa inequality takes a lot of toll on people, myself included, from my experience. When back in 2022, I got bounced from getting a visa to Australia. So basically, I won a scholarship to go study at a design school out there, and I guess due to some certain reasons, my application got rejected.
Inequality, I'd say, stifles growth. I'd say the same for my community, because if one is able to have access to travel around, they get to develop their skills very well and get used to equipment like CDJs for DJs.
Because as a creative based in Ghana or any parts of the global south, quote unquote, of the global south, it is incredibly difficult to get programs, projects, any kind of work actually when you have a Ghanaian passport or you have an African passport. Visa inequality makes it so that it's incredibly difficult to travel abroad for your work. And it's not to say that clients outside, brands, organizations aren't inviting you or don't want your perspective. It's to say that the embassies, the countries, whoever is in charge of deciding whether you get to go into the country or not, they make it incredibly difficult as someone who maybe does not necessarily have a stable form of income, as someone who is not necessarily employed by someone else, to be able to travel back and forth.
Yeah, mentally it took a heavy toll on me for some time. Some way, somehow, I found a way to bounce back. But I would say for people who have been in these kind of situations, probably a lot financially. I don't know how much people spend, especially when bounced more than 2 times or 3 times. You could go through a lot.
I would say visa inequality affects creatives so much because at the end of the day, creatives get to miss out on opportunities to display their talent or even get trained wherever they're going, you know. So, widely it stifles growth. We lack opportunities, and we even get discouraged to reapply and perhaps give up on our goals and our dreams as creatives.
It's hard, bro. Like why are you making life tough for us? Like, we literally just want to work. Like, I don't think, I mean, at least speaking from my perspective, I don't think a lot of Ghanaians would want to go like to another country for work if it didn't mean that they would have access to more work opportunities. You want to go to another country because even as you go and you travel, it co-signs your work. It gives people that idea that, oh, you're valid, you're verified, and it affects our attitude. So it's like if you're an artist and you haven't been recognized outside, or you haven't had some kind of partnership with a foreign institution, then it's like, oh, are you actually who you say you are? But the process of even getting to that is so difficult. So yeah, it's a lot, guys.
I would say the number one thing is finance. Early on when I started, I mentioned that there's a gig world and then the 9 to 5 where you may have the necessary files, but because it's not structured, pay slips, and the rest, it's quite a challenge.
They want to see that you have enough capital or you have enough vested interest in the country that you're from. And I honestly think that's a bit backwards, because already as a creative coming from the country that you come from, it's clear that you are invested in where you're from. But actually, because of the difficulty in navigating and being able to travel to different countries for whatever project you're working on, a lot of creatives want to end up leaving the country because that's the only viable way to actually access the opportunities that are for you.
In order for us to tackle visa inequality, cultural organizations and creatives can help by spreading awareness of the issue, lobbying governments to change policy, and also share information that will help people with their applications.